I love just seeing the sculptures take on the energy of the place, because when they're sited in the right spots, they really come to life.
In the park, by the river, in the dark, the words so much easier to speak. Lovely one, oh, what have I done?
The inspiration for the sculpture walk was really bringing art, nature and community together in this beautiful setting. I've lived in Brunswick Heads for 20 years and having sort of discovered the beautiful areas within it, and being a sculptor, it's just one of those environments where sculptors can actually have a wonderful opportunity to showcase their work.
Is it better that I love you? Would it hurt less if I didn't care at all?
Watching a community work like this one in Brunswick Heads has been a complete eye-opener for me, because they have relied on each other, they do things unexpectedly, they support each other in ways that are not set up in a bureaucratic system. It's one that just works automatically. But not only that, it's also strong, and the strength comes in collaborating with each other.
Is it better that I love you?
We've seen it on photos already, and we knew about the theme from the maker, but today was the first time we've seen it in live. And it changed our choreography.
Yeah.
We had a whole set piece imagining what we're going to do, and then we came and it was like, axed it.
This is what the sculpture does.
Yeah.
Does your heart bend, or is it broken? I'm so sorry, my dear. I'm so sorry.
As adults, we get trained up through our lives to look around us, and immediately in our minds we're labelling things, and it doesn't allow us to move that step further into discovering what that thing actually is. Ephemeral art, the dictionary definition is lasting but a day. So in a sense everything is ephemeral, but it's very short lifespan works.
How I want to run.
We just use materials that we find on site on the day, and we use no tools. So that means that we really start to be able to engage with the properties of the material and start a conversation in art making.
You well alone.
We've had, kids running around, looking at things, discussions on the beach the other day when I saw some kids over near the big sand sculpture, and they were saying, they wonder how this person did it. And one of the little kids, who's probably about 4, said, they're an artist and that's their job. And I thought that's fantastic. People recognising that it's their full-time passion and job, and it needs more respect and understanding of the processes that what they offer to communities.
Watching people visiting Bruns, watching the families gathered around all the sculptures, and watching the children weaving their ways through them, patting them cute little grey gurumans, the kangaroos. That was fantastic. It really makes my heart sing.
I don't know if I want to let go. I will never forget the way you made me feel that day. I will never forget the way you made me feel that day.
Most people say, how can you spend so much time on something that's just going to fall apart? But it's sort of the appeal for me. It's just, it's all about capturing a moment and bringing joy that's you know, I think it's a bit more powerful, the fact that it's not going to be here in a few days, you know.
I will never forget the way you made me feel that day.
I used to live on a property that had a lot of big kangaroos around, and I was struck by how when they stand up and they hold their chest out, that there's this beautiful show of masculine power, not in a dominating kind of way or oppressive way, but just in a raw, natural kind of way.
Touch of storm. I don't know if I want to let go. I will never forget the way.
For the first Brunswick Nature Sculpture Walk, I came up and made the Simpson sofa, which is a 30-metre mound, and it has Indigenous grasses on it and also Indigenous turf as well. So the idea behind the shape is it's actually taken from the map of Simpson's Creek. So I wanted to create something in the park that would draw people in to dwell and spend more time there and appreciate the environment.
When you start weaving, it's like eternal peace. Yeah, no, it's just very peaceful. It's just you're very at one with yourself and nature. A deep connection to country, and a lot of our elders are past now, so I think if you go out in nature you can hear the old people. We walk in the bush to communicate with them. Yeah, I love that.
We went down the riverside in the morning.
I feel like public art is a wonderful way to connect to each other as a community and also talk about important things like how to care for the place that we live in.
As I looked, I was sure, saw you grow a little smaller, a little smaller now.
Public art is such an amazing thing. It democratises our public spaces. It doesn't matter if you're rich or poor or old or young or, you know, jogging past or differently abled or in a canoe. You can enjoy and appreciate these incredible pieces of people's imagination that they've brought to life in this amazing landscape.
There's also elements of surprise. Like, I think that's the nice thing about it. People actually discovering, and they have to actually have a look and find it. It's a bit of a treasure hunt. They can come across things unexpectedly.
But I left them there just hoping you might care enough to notice as I look.
Feels like there's been a lot of thought put into where everything's placed, and the kids are loving it.
I came because I really liked it. I came because I really wanted to see it again.
And all of our friends used to.
It feels like I'm back into the years of when the Aboriginals lived, and that's why I like it.
Funny little joke.
It's really fun to see all the nice creations people made for our entertainment.
When I point it out, they shift upon their.
To me, that's sort of marrying art, nature and community, which is what has been the emphasis of this sculpture walk. And it's something that, different to a gallery or different to other settings, it really engages people and brings people to discuss topics about their relationship with the landscape. And that's sort of a core aspect, I think, is that educational aspect around people understanding the preciousness and the fragility that these places have.
And I crumble to dust. We went down the riverside you'll be coming back home with me tonight.
One, two. What is it?